Welcome back to another live and amplified livecast. I'm your host, Tom Quiet, and we're back at it again with another amazing podcast. We are in the middle of our 25 Days of Christmas podcast series. This is day 7. We have a very special guest. We have Tori Martin. How's it going today?
Hey there, going well. How are you?
Doing really well, doing really well. I'm excited to sit down and chat. We were just talking about this. It's been almost 3 years to the day since we've talked last. So I couldn't even tell you what release that would have been, but excited to have you back on.
Thanks. I'm excited to be here. You said pandemic, so it's probably what would Dolly do?
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Yeah,
So, for anybody, since it's been a bit since we've had you on, let's kind of take a step back and give you a chance to kind of reintroduce yourself and just kind of who you are and what you're about.
sure. Well, my name is Tori Martin. I'm a country artist from a small town in Texas. It's called Azle, Texas, outside of Fort Worth. And I moved to Nashville in 2017 and started writing and recording. I've been in the music industry since I was 14 and started out in Texas. And I've been releasing music out there to the Texas radio. And I signed with Lucky Sky Music in the pandemic year in 2020. So I have been their flagship artist and have released singles to radio and multiple singles online. I'm most excited about my current project. It's really kind of like in my roots. It's a little more traditional, but country and still modern. But I've been having so much fun with these songs and really proud of them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And obviously, the reason we're all here is to talk about your most recent release, is it Santa's Karaoke or is it Santa Karaoke?
Santa's Karaoke.
Yep. Awesome.
You got
I'm
it.
sitting there. I'm like, wait a minute. I totally forgot. Is it Santa's? Is it? Oh, but yeah, no, Santa's Karaoke. What's kind of the story behind this song?
So I'm not sure if you've been there, Thomas, but there is a place in here in Nashville called Santa's Pub. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, we actually we had a Ash Taylor that shot a music video at Santa's Pub.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So it's a place here in Nashville. It's a dive bar. It's actually an old double wide trailer that Denzel, he owns it. He renovated it, aka Santa.
Yeah.
And so I've done a few things there. Like we've had an annual Christmas party at Santa's Pub,
Nice.
and we're about to have it again coming up. So I was just super inspired by I don't know, just how iconic this place is. I'm like, it's not the fanciest place, but it's so country and I love it. And so many people love it. It's very famous. And so I was like, okay, I want to write a song about this. And I think what's really cool about this is, yes, it's a Christmas song, but if you go to Santa's Pub, it's Christmas year round, every single day, 365. So we were kind of writing this song thinking, okay, maybe this is a song that's not just Christmas time. Maybe this could be in my live show, a 365 sort of thing.
Yeah. It's that's really cool. I just found out about Santa's Pub about a week or so ago at this point, and it's just like I've been to Nashville a couple of times, but I'm guessing this is kind of one of them places that you're not going to just randomly stumble across.
Yeah, I mean, tourists definitely, it's becoming a lot more popular, stumble in there, but mainly the locals. And on Sunday nights, they have like a live band. And so
Nice.
one of the players in the live band, Mike, he played the steel guitar on the recording. So it's really cool. We really wanted to just kind of pay homage to Santa's and just love the place. It's really unique. So if you come to Nashville, you definitely need to go.
Oh yes, it's on my list of places to go the next time I make it, even if it's in like July or something like that.
Yeah, Christmas in July.
Yep, 100%. Oh, so Santa's Karaoke, it's out now. I was listening to it all day today as we were kind of preparing, as I was kind of preparing for this interview to sit down and chat. And the first thing I picked out, were you influenced by like Western swing music for this one?
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh, it has that vibe for
Yeah.
sure. We were swinging it. It swings hard,
Yeah.
and I had so much fun singing it. And kind of like there's a little bit of a yodel in it. So I mean, honestly, we had a blast all around, like recording it, singing it. So for sure.
Awesome. I don't know. I didn't even know that was an actual genre. I was just sitting there and I was like, man, that sounds like a country swing song. And then I started looking it up and I'm like, oh, that's an actual genre. I didn't know that. I thought I was just making something up. So
No, you're right. It definitely has that inspiration. And what's really funny is I wrote that song with Kirsty Manna, which
mhm.
she's a hit writer. She co-wrote Austin for Blake Shelton and Bill DeLuigi, who's also a writer for Lucky Sky. And we wrote that song really quick, believe it or not. It was a very fast write, and we wrote it without any music. So we wrote
Okay.
it a cappella and just had like the vibe and the beat going, and we recorded it that way on our phone. And we went to my producer, Bill Warner, and we were like, okay, go with us here. There's no music, but what do you think? And he was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, you guys are crazy. But he was like, okay, I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to get it out of our head since.
Nice. And so the song wrote together quickly, but how long have you been kind of working on it? Like, how long ago was it that it started coming together?
Honestly, it came together pretty quickly. We wrote it in the summertime, so
Mhm.
kind of a Christmas in July thing,
Yeah.
like you mentioned. It is really funny because I never really thought that I would be an artist with a lot of Christmas release.
Mm.
I like Christmas music, but I've never been like that Christmas
Right.
person, who's like,
Right.
it's already Christmas. That's never been me.
Yeah.
But each year, I started with Santa Wrote Me a Letter,
Mm.
and people really, it was so well received and people really loved it. So I was like, okay. So then the next year I released a Christmas song, and then the next year, and then this year I'm like, okay, so now I kind of have a little trend going, and people are like, okay, what Christmas song is Tori gonna write this year? So I was like, okay, we need to write something. I was so inspired by Santa's Pub, so we wrote it then, and we recorded it pretty quickly. I mean, it didn't, I think I sang on it, like if
Mm.
we asked my producer, I think I sang that mostly in one take.
That's
The
wow.
recording. It was just, it fit like a glove.
Yeah, that's impressive. Like listening to the song and you saying that you pretty much knocked it out in one take. That's impressive. That's amazing.
Yeah,
So
it was so easy, so much fun. Wasn't much to overthink.
mm,
We just had a blast with the whole process.
yeah, and that was another thing that I noticed really quickly was although yes, there's a lot of instrumentation going on. You had the steel guitar, you had was saxophone. Was that I picking that up or?
There might be some kind of like
Oh,
sampley type things
okay.
that Bill
The-
put in. So
yeah,
yes.
there was like a lot of instrumentation going on, but it's not overproduced. Like it's all
Oh, thanks.
everything has its purpose, everything adds to the vibe. There's nothing that kind of drowns it out, but it's all centered around your vocals, and your vocals are the center point to the entire song, which is incredible that you're able to fit so much into a song, but it not sound like it's doing too much. Does that make any kind of sense?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. That's a major compliment. And partly that's a compliment to my producer. And really with the recording, when I first
Around and the pandemic just kind of any
Oh
of them that were
no.
still hanging on, it was just kind of like made it a little bit harder. And I haven't found one. My friends know of some places around here that I probably just need to go one day, but yeah, I haven't had that chance yet. So growing or with Santa's karaoke out now, what's kind of running through your mind as, like we're in full steam heading into the Christmas season? Well, not heading into the Christmas season, we're in the Christmas season now, but like what's kind of running through your mind right now?
Um, I have been Christmas full gear all Christmas. So I have shot so much Christmas content and I'm very excited to be rolling it out. And I did shoot a music video for the song at
Nice.
Santa's Pub.
Yeah.
So that will be coming out really soon. And it turned out so fun. That's what we wanted it to be, just kind of like a party and
Mm.
doing Santa's karaoke and having
Yeah.
a blast. So I'm excited to share that with everyone. And there's just a lot of fun Christmas stuff ahead. Like I said, we do our annual Christmas party at Santa's now. So we're making that like a thing that we do every year. So I'm just full blown Christmas at the moment and looking forward to next year. I have so much music that I'm
Nice.
dying to release.
That's
And so I'm very excited for being in that place. And like I said, just so proud and excited of these songs. And I can't wait to share them and hope people love them and love Santa's karaoke too.
Yeah. So definitely anybody out there listening, go give Santa's karaoke a listen. After this podcast, of course, after you get done listening to this, we will have it in the descriptions and all that stuff so you guys can go check it out. So Santa's karaoke, it was kind of a Christmas in July situation, like you had mentioned. Is is that kind of how all the other Christmas songs had kind of worked, or were you a little bit more rushed, or where does this kind of fall in how you use or had done Christmas music in the past?
Honestly, I feel like this one was a little spontaneous,
Hmm.
it wasn't like super planned. We just got this big inspiration. A lot of the times I have rights with Kirsty and Bill, we will write for the whole day
Hmm.
and we'll try to write two songs. And so it was our second song that we wrote and we were just on the money rolling in it. And so we just kind of threw it all together. So this one wasn't majorly planned. It was just a lot of inspiration. So I think that's what makes it kind of fun too, is when it's just spontaneous like this. At least for me, I've had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. You keep going at this rate, though, in the next couple of years, you'll have a full Christmas album.
Yes, that's on the horizon.
It's because I've been obviously talking to a lot of musicians around Christmas music because we're in the middle of our special and whatnot, but it's really interesting, like the different perspectives that they all have on how Christmas music kind of functions. Because, and I've said this before, Christmas music is kind of that unique breed where you don't have to necessarily have a new song out every year because you're essentially re-releasing the song every Christmas, so you could get a couple of years off of it. Whereas with like regular music, you got what, 3 months before people want something new.
Less than that.
Yeah,
It's like 6 to 9 weeks.
yeah. Oh,
Quick.
yeah. 100%. So it's like the attention span is kind of uh elongated with Christmas music because you can get like 2 or 3 years because you're like re-releasing it year over year. Um, but when you're able to kind of keep yourself in the forefront and just keep releasing new music, it's really cool. And like we said, eventually at this rate, you're gonna have a full length album here in the next couple of years. So
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, it wasn't something I ever really super saw for myself.
Mhm.
I'm like, sure, at some point maybe I'll do a Christmas album, but it's just kind of been like a steady train rolling and definitely like what you're saying, some of the songs do kind of get revitalized at this
Yeah,
time. Like look at Mariah Carey, she's kind of like
yeah,
the queen of Christmas at this
right,
point. So that's kind of what we have wanted with some of my songs that hopefully they're so popular and loved that people are like, "Oh, I can't wait to listen to that,"
right,
once I'm done eating my turkey. But
right.
I think that's with Christmas music in general. Like we have the classics that we all love. And when it gets to that time, it's like, all right, I want to hear it, even though you've heard it 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. It's nostalgia. Like it's dripping
Yeah.
in nostalgia for the most part because Christmas time is that time of year where you make a lot of memories, whether you're in a place that it snows a lot and you're out sledding, or your family's just very active during Christmas time where you're
it.
Yeah, 100%. So you'd mentioned that for Santa's Karaoke, you do have a music video dropping. Do you have a release date for that yet, or where are you kind of at there?
I don't want to say the exact release
Okay.
date and then it not come out on that
Okay.
date, but it's going to be dropping very, very soon. So I'm very excited about that. And I definitely will let you guys know for sure and be posting on my socials. So make sure you're following me. I usually tease and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, awesome. So just to kind of give people like an idea of the music video, was this your idea? Like, how do you kind of approach the idea for a music video? Is it more your idea and then you just let the videographer or whoever produce it, or how do you kind of approach music videos?
I think each one can be a little bit different. This one, we had a vibe and had an idea. I was like, okay, I want to be at Santa's Pub and I just want us to be having fun and
Right.
I want karaoke involved. I want to have Santa Denzel involved and he is a part of it. So I was really excited to have him in the video. He's going to be in a few different shots, so keep your
Mhm.
eyes open. So that really was just the whole thought, and it kind of came alive as we were there, and just kind of get creative when you're in the moment. So this
Mhm.
one was a little bit different. It was very collaborative, but we all had the same general idea. We wanted it to be a party.
Awesome, awesome. And you said you shot the music video at Santa's Pub?
Yeah, we sure
Oh,
did.
awesome, awesome. I can't wait to see it. And I know everybody here is excited to watch it. And it's watching music videos and especially Christmas music videos. It's just a part of the aesthetic anymore, especially when it comes to Christmas time. And to me, I think Christmas music videos kind of rank up there with actual like Christmas movies. And it just kind of, I have to watch them. It's so much fun. So,
Hopefully, y'all have fun when you watch this one.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure we will. So, speaking of Christmas movies, since this is a Christmas podcast, we have a few very important questions to ask.
Ooh, okay.
What is the must see Christmas movie for you every year?
Ooh, so good. So hard. I definitely have to watch A Wonderful Life. It's a
Mm,
classic. It's so good. Definitely
yeah,
warms the heart.
yeah. I I've watched it. It's definitely a very good movie. It was one of those movies that wasn't watched a whole lot in my house or when I grew up. It just, I maybe my mom watched it more than my dad, but it just
It's a
wasn't some.
long one, so
Yeah,
and
but
black and white. So,
yeah, but the movie that I've come to really appreciate in the last few years is White Christmas.
oh yes.
Yeah, it like I was at my grandma's house a couple of years ago, and she was watching it. Uh, she was just kind of watching it, and I sat down and I was like, "Huh, this is that movie where I've seen like all the sound bites and all the like memes and all that stuff, and now they all start to make sense." And I'm like, "Okay, this is a really good movie." So, yeah,
I love when that happens.
right, right,
Christmas Vacation too.
yeah,
Classic. That's so
100
good.
100%. That is a definite must watch.
Oh
Um,
yes.
and then from growing up in Texas, what's your favorite memory from Christmas?
Ooh, the first one that comes to mind is when my papa came to visit us. He lived in Arkansas, and so he drove all the way in and spent Christmas with us. I was a little kid. I was probably 8 or so, and he bought us this like they used to sell them. I haven't seen one in a long time, but like a life size Santa
Mm-hmm.
that dances and sings, and he was so cute. So I remember he got that. We were just like so amazed by it, but also he gave us like as a gag gift.
Yeah,
He's like, "This is the only present you got from Santa this year." He gave us anchovies. I'll just never forget that.
that's
We were like,
funny.
"Ew." So anyway, I just one of my favorite memories was him being there, and that Santa and those anchovies. Never
Yeah.
forgot it.
When you said the life size Santa, I knew exactly what you were talking about. It's like
Yes,
I've not seen one in a long time, but I knew exactly what you were talking about. So,
it's been a minute, but they sang. I think we killed him not
mm,
on intentionally. We just played him forever and ever
mm,
and ever, over and over. So
Yep.
Sorry, Santa.
Yeah. Those batteries, I assume it's batteries. I don't
I
know.
think so.
Christmas magic, who knows? I don't know. But yeah. So really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and chat with us. It's been an absolute blast. Christmas time is a very special time for a lot of people, and kind of getting to sit down and reminisce a little bit is always a good time. So
Yeah, thank you so much for having me and for your support. It truly
yeah,
means the world to me.
absolutely. Hopefully we won't wait another 3 years to have another podcast. So
That's right.
for anybody that wants to check out Santa's karaoke, or what look out for the music video, or just interact with you on social, where's the best place to find you?
Yeah, you can find me at the Tori Martin. That's my social handle across the masses. That's my website, thetorimartin.com. And you can stream my song or download it wherever you like to consume music. It's everywhere.
Awesome. And we'll be on the lookout for that eventual full-length Christmas album.
Oh yeah.
So awesome. Well, Tori, thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will catch you all later.